everyone. We want to welcome you to the Choir Room. Hopefully you enjoyed our very first premiere episode of the Choir Room last week. Maybe you learned some things about Grace World you didn't know before. Yeah. And hopefully we can keep giving you some more of those tidbits, some of those fun things for us to talk about here at Grace. So we're excited to get going here on our second episode and talk about some stuff happening here around the church.
Yeah, it's been crazy busy this last week. Something that's been going on this past week was Fire Nights for our Grace Kids ministry. I actually ran into Pastor Jacob not downstairs, but in the hallway, and he was whispering to me, and I was asking him what's wrong, and he told me he's trying to preserve his voice because they just came back from kids camp, and he's been screaming and yelling, having fun at kids camp, and then he also was going through Fire Nights. Yeah. And so he himself was just, as another person that is on the stage a lot singing and all that stuff, your vocal cords can get tore up. And so it's
especially at church camp.
Yeah.
Church camp just, everybody comes back from church camp with no voice. That's just the way it goes.
Screaming over kids it's fun, but you really do start to get a little, hoarse.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Pastor Jacob has been super busy, but it's been a great week for the kids. It's been a great encounter with Jesus. They've been playing games, they've been having snacks, and just having fun. And if you guys haven't had the chance or didn't have the chance this week or this year to sign up for Kids Fire Nights, go ahead and make a mental note for next year, because this year has been crazy fun, and it's really cool to see our kids, the Grace kids, do such great stuff.
Absolutely. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think there might be even like something in the winter, springtime too. It's very similar to this. Yeah. It's really a different take on the whole concept of VBS, but we don't want to be babysitters of everybody's kids. We really want kids here at Grace World to encounter the power of God. And Pastor Jacob and Javerta are just amazing kids pastors. They love our kids. They really believe that God is going to move in our children's ministry. It's not just a time for them to play around. They have fun and they play games, but it's not only about that. So, but we've had a lot of really cool things happening here this summer. As Joe said, we had a team this past weekend get out into our community. We called it the Compelled by Love initiative, or, for our Grace Evangelism, and just going around in the I think about a mile and a half perimeter of this area, and just knocking on doors and praying for people. That's what people are really looking for. They're looking for people just to show them that they love them and that they care about them. And you never know when praying for somebody, just what seems randomly, could be something that they've been waiting for and longing for and praying for, for a long time. But in addition to that, even before that, two of our own, Andy Kerr, my husband Andy, and Matt Prouty, both of them serve on our worship team and a bunch of other areas here in the church, but they were supposed to go and be a part of a mission in Los Angeles last year during 2020 during COVID, and it got canceled, and so they were able to finally, everything opened up just in time in California for them to be able to be a part of One Day LA. And for those of you who have maybe heard Chris Estrada, who's been here a couple times, he's a part of an organization called Missions Me that plays a very big role in this outreach. It's really about spreading the love of Jesus, just like we talked about doing here locally. Just really practical ministry. Medical missions, just reaching out to the homeless. And then Andy and Matt got stationed at a Watts Empowerment Center. It's a community center really right in the heart of LA in the projects, deep in the projects. And they just were loving on kids and playing soccer and doing repairs around the center and all that kind of stuff. But they also had every opportunity wherever they went to share the love of Jesus. And so we have just a really quick clip right now of Andy giving a testimony of one of those moments that they had right in their hotel. So we're going to watch that.
Hey everybody, I just want to give an update real quick on the trip and what we're doing out here. The other night, Matt and I were invited to go down to a leaders meeting in the hotel, and we were a bit reluctant. We were tired from the day's work and just didn't know if we wanted to go, but we just felt like God was saying to go ahead and go, and we were just obedient to do that. As we were at the meeting, we saw a gentleman that was there passed out in the lobby, and the staff had asked him to leave, so he started to get up to leave and was stumbling and having a really hard time walking out. So Matt and I excused ourselves from the meeting and just helped the gentleman out of the hotel and sat him down on a bench and just took a moment to really just pray over him and lift him up. He didn't have a real clear mind at the time, so we just prayed for God's peace over his life, and his name was Richard, and it was a good moment to just pray with him and just show him the love of Christ. And we wouldn't have had that opportunity if we weren't obedient in that moment. And so sometimes, when you don't want to is probably the right time to do it. So just keep that in mind, and we'll give you more updates.
What an awesome testimony from Andy. It's such a cool event that they got to take a part of, and I'm really excited to hear more stuff from them and see more things come out of that event. Yeah,
absolutely. Go track one of them down and ask them some stories. They'll tell you some stories.
Yeah, if you see them, pick their brains. They have some pretty cool stuff to tell you about it. Yeah. I'm just going to take a quick little sip of this No Place Like Grace mug.
Now, do you have the special Nespresso still in there, or do you just get the regular tame coffee?
This is actually just water right now. I've had too much coffee today. If you guys haven't seen these yet, I believe we're starting this. We're going to put them in the bookstore.
Yeah, so just stick a pin in your coffee mug for 1 second. I'll tell you this, that we do have, you'll see some, if you've been in the building that's across the way, we're actually in the back of the dome. We're in the choir room. But in the other building, there's some things shifting, moving around. Our bookstore is relocating to a more convenient location, which we will talk about here really soon. And that is where you will probably see these cool little guys show up.
Pretty sweet. This is the perfect mug for me because it's actually kind of big. There's no optical illusion here. It's not a camera trick. These are actually pretty big mugs. And I'm somebody that actually likes to use my mugs for multiple things. Sometimes I'll eat ice cream out of them. And something about eating ice cream out of a mug gives you an excuse to put more in it because you think you're being healthy. But when it's as big as this, you're really just eating it out of a small bowl.
Yeah, if you dumped it into a bowl. Yeah.
But also, I like to drink a lot of coffee out of it.
Yeah.
I like coffee.
Yeah. So how many times, like how many cups a day would you say, like on average, honestly?
If I'm being honest, like
we are in church.
2 cups, if not 3.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and that's pretty. That's kind of a lot, but I'm not addicted to it.
You can stop anytime you want, right?
I just like it. Yeah. I like coffee a lot.
Yeah.
But I actually have a very specific coffee that I like to get from our local coffee shop, Mountaineer.
Yes.
It's the Joe Thompson Special. And if you actually told them that, they'd probably just look at you like you're weird.
I was going to say, I want to go in Mountaineer and order the Joe Thompson Special and see what they say.
Depending on who's working there, they might actually know what you're talking about. But it's just like a brown sugar cold brew. That's all it really is.
I love that brown sugar cold brew. Mountaineer is really good. That's probably my favorite thing at Mountaineer.
I don't know. I just like really sweet coffees. I'm not really like picky about my coffees, unlike some people.
Well, there's some of us know Justin Beal. Okay, Justin Beal. You've maybe seen him on our stage sometimes playing guitar. He does immerse worship, and which also just happened this past weekend. But he is the kind of guy who will just drink straight up black coffee anytime, anywhere.
Yeah,
and I've always, there's just been this part of me that has wanted to be so tough and strong and sophisticated like that, that it doesn't matter where the coffee comes from, just give me coffee. Like, he can go into the oil change waiting room and drink the coffee in there and be like, this is awesome. I've tried even with my favorite brand of coffee, and I just can't do it. I can't do it.
I like coffee with my creamer. I'm that guy. I want super sweet, sugary. But I think there's a couple people that I'm aware of that are very, very into coffee, especially even like here, I think.
Yeah.
At church.
They'd probably be referred to as coffee snobs. Is that a safe?
Yeah, I think there's some snobbery going on in this office. Actually,
that's not a bad thing. It just means that you are a connoisseur. I like that word. That's a fun word to say, huh?
Yeah.
A connoisseur of coffee. You know what you like, right?
Yeah.
So we are just going to roam around the church a little bit and just see what people think, even on our team, just see if they think that we have any coffee snobs amongst us and see what they think.
I think we have a good idea who might be the snobbiest coffee drinker, but
we're assuming.
I want to see what you guys think, but also what our staff thinks, because I think we might get some mixed ideas or mixed opinions.
We might be surprised.
All right.
Here we go. We're gonna walk through the halls. We're gonna go talk to some people, ask them some questions about coffee snobs.
Coffee
All
snobs.
Here we go. Come on.
All right, let's go.
We're taking a poll, all right? Informal poll. Okay? John, just walk out the door. All right. Go ahead.
All right, Pastor, who on the staff is the biggest coffee snob?
That would be me.
Oh,
That's. Is it okay for me to be that blunt with it?
Yeah.
sure.
Hey.
What makes you think you're the coffee snob?
Because I probably have more different ways of making coffee at my house than any single person on the staff.
We might have to do a
Pour-overs
whole-
to espresso-overs, pour-overs to espressos.
He's such a
Yeah.
snob that you've invented new
Combined,
ways of
yeah.
making coffee.
Yeah.
All
I mean,
right.
drip is like the worst way to do it.
Doesn't sound
That's a hot
very-
take.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very appealing.
Drip.
All right, so we got one vote for Pastor Daniel
Pastor
for
voted for
himself.
himself.
Okay, just a quick question. Who would you say, this is Dawn, guys. She works at our front desk. She's amazing. Okay, you've probably all heard her voice at some point or on that video that I made. Anyway, I'm just kidding. So, quick question. Of all the people on our team, on our staff, who would you say is the biggest coffee snob? And it's okay if they're in the room. Who are you?
Pastor Daniel.
Okay, all right.
Just go in his office. You could take a video of his Nespresso machine and special little pods that he has to
Yeah,
have.
I'm gonna have to go on a field trip to his house and see his machines and. Yeah. Okay.
His
Cool.
lab.
His lab. All right. Cool.
Who in the church on the staff is the biggest coffee snob?
Coffee snob.
You know what we mean by that? It's not a bad thing. Snobbery is not always bad. What's your
Like the biggest coffee lover?
someone who who really is specific.
Enthusiastic about coffee.
Enthusiastic
How about
about
enthusiast? There you go.
Okay, that's nice. That's good. Coffee enthusiast.
Just, you know.
They don't have to be in, like on your team or your leadership team. Anybody that you guys know around here.
Well, you said my coffee tasted like mud water, so
So it's not you.
so it did. I thought it was 10 out of 10, but you didn't like the taste of it, so.
Okay.
So me?
I would say you're pretty picky about
Okay.
your coffee.
Okay, so vote for Jill. All right.
I have to say
Annalisa. Okay.
taking her coffee order is not fun.
Oh, is it really
Oh.
particular?
It's very particular. Very specific.
All right.
Like off the menu specific.
Oh, okay. So you like have to be that guy or that girl
Yeah,
when you go to
yeah.
order. Got it.
So that's
All right.
2 votes for Pastor, 1 for me, and then 1 for Pastor Annalisa.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Okay, here's a really important question. Of everybody like on our team, on our staff, or anybody here around the church, who would you say is the biggest coffee snob?
The coffee snob?
Yeah. You know,
Oh,
like coffee
gosh.
enthusiast.
Can I like pick one?
You can
Yeah.
pick more. I mean,
Well,
think like maybe in order, like your
Okay.
top.
Pam.
Oh.
Okay. She has a specific type of coffee that only she drinks around here. And if anybody messes with it, she gets a little snobby.
Oh.
If that's what you're talking about.
Okay.
Okay, the next one would
What kind of coffee?
It's decaf.
Oh, we don't, nobody wants any of that
That's
stuff.
why I
That's
say.
why. That's why. Yeah.
Y'all can have
Yeah,
that.
that's why she gets snobby.
Okay.
Then I would have to say Dawn. Because Dawn is the coffee maker. And when she makes the coffee in the morning and everybody comes in like John and Ken and Joe and others, well, they drink all of her coffee and she goes back in there and there's none left and she gets a little snobby.
Pastor Bob, we're asking everybody on staff, who is the biggest coffee snob at Grace World?
Coffee snob. I don't like coffee snobs.
So you want to know who has the pickiest palate for?
Yeah.
There's so many. I might be looking at some.
Uh-oh.
Hey, this is a safe place right now. You
It
can
is?
you can say it. You can say whatever you need to say.
Okay. Well, I would say that any coffee snob is somebody that comes with a Dunkin' Donut coffee and it's only one, and you don't even think about bringing something to my desk. Could be the camera guy. Oh! Yes, you.
Yeah.
Okay, we can ask Pastor Chris because he's passing by in the hallway real quick. Let me see if we get his answer. Okay, we're taking a poll.
We're taking a poll.
Okay.
Everyone at Grace, of all the people on staff, who's the biggest coffee snob?
Oh, Pastor Daniel.
Pastor Daniel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any particular reason why? Oh no.
Let's see. Because of the countless ways that he takes his coffee. And if you don't know of a certain way, he will drag you to a coffee shop and make you order it. And actually, he'll order it for you and make you drink it. It's happened to me twice.
Well, there you go. That's another vote for Pastor.
How many do we have so far?
He's gotten 3. So
That's
far.
true, yeah.
How many have you asked so far?
Guess what? Guess who he voted for?
He voted for himself.
I believe that.
So,
Yeah, so we've got, and people have, different definitions of what a coffee snob is. Some people are like people that are possessive over their coffee, or particular about their brand, or that don't share.
yeah.
John. So,
All right, thank
anyway.
you.
Cool, thank you.
Absolutely. Glad I
Alright.
could help.
Yeah.
Glad I could help.
You.
All right, who would you say, Valerie, is the biggest coffee snob around these parts? Okay, so I think that would be another vote for Dawn.
No!
Dawn, that's not the first person that's mentioned
No,
you.
she's very engaged when it comes to making sure the staff is well supplied with fresh coffee. So when it is taken advantage of outside of our realm, then she goes to bat for us.
That was so sweet.
No,
Because I was sitting here.
I know. It's okay. She's very engaged when it comes to her coffee.
How about you, Pastor Mindy?
play.
Have you answered that question yet?
Okay, so I mean, hands down, I would have to say Pastor Daniel, no question. And I mean, he does, I think, everything that Pastor Chris said, I would say, I second that. Yeah, like everywhere he goes, he probably has like his certain way of doing things and certain way that he orders it, and he will let you know if he likes it or if it's garbage. So he's very, very passionate about his coffee, for sure. Yeah. So those are some interesting responses. We'll see what the consensus is once we kind of gather all of our data, all right? But we want to hear from you guys. This is the opportunity for you to talk back to us, okay? Go in the comments, and first of all, who do you think, maybe on our team, our pastoral staff, maybe some people that are here at Grace, who would you say is maybe a coffee snob, all right, that is just very particular about their coffee? Maybe you consider yourself one of those. We'd love to hear how you take your coffee, or what's your favorite coffee. Maybe you have your own, you have like land in Colombia or something, and you have your own little plot, where you grow your own beans, and I don't know, maybe you're out there. We'd love to hear from you and hear how you like to take your coffee. Just talk back to us, right?
Yeah, let's hear it. Tag somebody that you think is a coffee snob, but don't be mean about it. Say, I appreciate your taste. Say something like real nice.
That's
like that.
very nice, yes. You don't have to call him a coffee snob. But remember, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a compliment. Yeah. So in addition to all these other wonderful things that are happening here at Grace, this weekend, August the 8th, we have Dr. Michael Brown with us.
Yes.
We talked about him a little bit before. So we're really excited about having him here. You're going to leave this service, not that we don't leave every week just like full and have so many things to think about and chew on, but I'm telling you, it's going to happen this week. Dr. Brown's going to give us a lot to think about, a lot to just to meditate on for a little while, and it's going to be really amazing. So, and then also coming up, I actually got the dates out of order. We got it right during our video announcements, but I got the dates backwards. But before Dr. Brown even gets here, guys, tomorrow night, tomorrow night, Ascend is having their biggest party of the year.
The Nova Bash.
Nova Bash 21. And it's like their biggest big blowout outside. And it's the big party they have right before school is back in session. I can't believe that it's already time for school to happen again.
The summer, it's gone.
It's
done.
It is. And I think it's the more things we do, it's like, it just makes the days just fly off the calendar. So Nova Bash is already here. They had an amazing time at City Week. They've had a great internship thing happening. I think we had like 16 interns helping this summer. And so I think it all just kind of wraps up and culminates at Nova Bash 21.
That's right.
So It's going to be pretty amazing. So if you are watching this tonight, man, bring your kids. Drop them off here, 6th grade to 12th grade, and they're going to have a blast. They're going to have a blast. They're going to get wet.
Water slides.
Yeah. They were measuring out like the length of the water slide. I don't know. Did you ever play on a slip and slide when you were little?
Yeah, I've fallen on a slip and slide a couple times.
There's the original slip and slide, you know, that you like begged your parents to buy. And then you used it once. Right? And then it ended up in the garbage. And then there's the church camp slip and slide.
Homemade ones, yeah. Just nothing but just like dish soap and tarps.
Yep, dish soap and tarps. Yep. Yep. And then, of course, all the grass and mud that gets mixed in with it. It's awesome. Yeah. So I'm sure there'll be a little bit of that happening.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time, though. If you're a teenager, that's the kind of thing that you just have so much fun doing. I remember my days in youth group and just like looking forward to those big outdoor events where you're just having fun, throwing water balloons at each other and just getting crazy, but still being safe.
Oh yeah.
But just having a fun
Always
time.
safe here at Grace World. Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Is that how Pastor Chris told us to say it?
Yeah.
Always
safe. Safety first.
There you go.
Safety first. Pastor Chris is a paramedic, so your kids are in good hands.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Did you not know that?
No, I didn't
He used
know
to be
that.
a paramedic firefighter, yeah. So in a pinch, he can come to our rescue. So if you have any,
I didn't know that at all.
Bet you didn't see?
See?
He didn't even know.
I didn't know.
And now all you guys know a little something about Pastor Chris. So, but anyway, we want you to keep following us. Share this episode if you found it interesting. Get your friends, especially your friends that attend our church, to watch this because they're going to find out things every week that you didn't know. So that's our job here in the Worship and Creative Arts Department is to keep you informed.
That's right.
So follow us on social media. If you're watching this on Facebook, you're obviously already doing that. You can also follow us on Instagram. Sometimes there's some things that pop up on Instagram like you might not see. Speaking of Instagram, real quick, one more thing.
Yeah.
Pastor's Q&A that he does every Sunday after church is in Instagram stories. Okay, so just, I don't know if maybe there'll be like a little picture that pops up on this. I don't know. We'll find out later. But Instagram stories. If you look on the Grace World Flame on our little logo on Instagram, it has it almost looks like it's lit up.
Yeah.
You know, like it's got a little outline around it. That means that there's a new story. And so you just click on our logo. Whenever you open up Instagram, click on our logo and that opens up Instagram stories. And those are just little quick short little things, and so you can go onto our stories and Pastor will post on there his Q&A and he'll just keep adding, and you can look on our stories, but then you can also look on Pastor Daniel's stories. So if you follow him at Daniel K. Norris on Instagram, you can go click on his profile picture and look where he's answered questions after church on Sunday. So that's how you use Instagram stories. More stuff to explore. All right.
There you go.
Got a lot of things going on. So we thank you guys for watching us today and check back on our website for more updates and things going on here at the church.
Thank you guys. See ya.